Mike DeMurgis here with Mad Sports Radio, and oh, what a day. Oh, what a day it is in New York sports. Just when you thought the New York Giants couldn't become more insane and start to resemble the New York Mets, the New York Knicks, and the New York Jets as a franchise in New York, they have. Today, in all essence, they've benched Eli Manning. Eli Manning, who started 210 consecutive games, two-time Super Bowl winner, taking the field every day, for 14 years now. Ben McAdoo goes to him, you know what? I think we're going to see what the other guys can do. We'll let you start and continue your streak, but we're going to see what Geno Smith has. We're going to see what Davis Webb has. We're going to see what Geno Smith has. Are you kidding me? Geno Smith, the former quarterback of the Jets, who couldn't get the time right to show up for a team meeting on the West Coast. Geno Smith, who's 12-18 as a starter. Geno Smith, who has 36 interceptions, only 28 touchdowns. Geno Smith, who couldn't make it with the New York Jets. You want to see what he has? Are you nuts? Are you insane? Ben McAdoo is bringing this franchise down. And I don't know how Eli addressed the media today.
Yeah, Coach Mack, called me in, told me, that we're going to start splitting some time, and now we're, just kind of thought it's best is give Geno the start, and I'll back him up. I'll be a good teammate. I don't like it, but it's part of football. You handle it, and do my job.
You said you don't like it, but didn't he say you also had the right to say, look, I want to start?
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't think that's hey, you started knowing you're going to come out of the game, to keep a streak alive, maybe. That's not what it's about, it's not a preseason game where you're going to play start to the half, what's the next week, a quarter, a series. That's not fair. It's not fair to me, not fair to Geno. That's not how you play. You play to win. When you're named starting quarterback, you think it's your job to go win the football game, and you're just going to play a little bit. I didn't I didn't feel that was the right way to play.
And boy, is that not the right way to play. And if you could see Geno Smith answering that question, he kind of just faded back, closed his eyes, and yeah, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. That's what he's saying, but I'm going to be the good soldier. And I'll tell you what's a little more bothering. This is what's bothering me about listening to Eli Manning in the locker room. The peripheral noise going on. That clubhouse, that locker room should be silent. You shouldn't be able to hear a mouse burp in that locker room. And to hear guys laughing and messing around in there when their starting quarterback, the franchise face of 14 years, is essentially getting benched, and you want to see what Geno Smith has, you all should be disgusted with yourselves for letting this guy down in the twilight of his career. You all have disappointed him. From the GM to the coach to the supporting cast. You're a joke. Eli Manning's not Dan Marino. He's not Joe Montana. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Drew Brees. But you know what? He won a couple of Super Bowls, and he was huge in those Super Bowls. Not to mention the NFC Championship game against the 49ers when he got hit like a Mack truck and he kept getting up. Nothing stopped him from getting up. He's a big reason why they won those two Super Bowls. Big reason. For him just to get that ball to David Tyree, to escape the clutches and break out of that tackle, the toss to Manningham down the sideline. Are you kidding me? This franchise owes him everything. This franchise owes as much to Eli Manning as the Yankees do to Derek Jeter. You can tell me Derek Jeter won 5 championships? Yeah, well, he also did it with a lot of other help like Mariano Rivera and a lot of other players. If you look at the players that have been around Eli Manning, you're going to say, how did he win 2 Super Bowls? There is not going to be one Hall of Famer on that team when you look at Eli Manning's career 10 years from now. Not one. Terry Bradshaw had plenty. Franco Harris, Lynn Swann on offense. He had his share. Joe Namath had Don Maynard. Plenty of quarterbacks have been surrounded by Hall of Famers. Not Eli Manning. And the joke of a running game, the joke of a lack of an offensive line over the years, the lack of support that he's had over the last years, and Eli's risen above it. It's been unreal when you think about it. Unreal. And just look at the stats. Okay, we'll go back to 2007. 23 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. And then it gets real good. 2008, 21 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. 2009, and this is where it starts to really rise up. 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. 2010, 31 touchdowns, 25 interceptions. 2011, the Super Bowl year, 29 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. 2012, 26, 15. They had a bad year in 13, 18, 27. And then 2014, 30, 14. 2015, 35, 35 and 14. And last year, 26 and 16. So he's getting benched this year, and he has 14 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, and you're bringing in Geno Smith. You're bringing in Geno Smith like he's going to be the savior. Dysfunction at the highest level, at the highest order. Eli, you're lucky you're getting out of town. The Giants need to do the right thing and trade him. Trade him to a team that can win now. Maybe the Vikings, maybe the Texans. I know they got Deshaun Watson, but you know what? A couple of years studying under Eli Manning won't hurt the kid. Trade him to a team that can win now. This guy has been the face of the franchise for 14 years. I remember in 2005, when he still, wasn't great yet, and talking to Plaxico Burress, and he said, we're going to make this kid great. And boy, was he prophetic. Plaxico was prophetic, saying, we are going to make this kid great. And again, he's not Dan Marino. He's not Joe Montana. He's not Tom Brady. He's not even his brother. He's not Drew Brees. But he's right up there, and he's a winner. And he's made this team better than what they are because they've been garbage the last 5 years. Garbage. Hasn't had a running game in over 5 years. Hasn't had a consistent offensive line in that time. Hasn't had a tight end. It's a freaking joke. And Coach Ben McAdoo, please, give me a break, Ben.
All right. Each and every week, our number one job is to win a football game. We're 2-9 right now. We have 5 left to play. We're out of contention. And our number one job is to still win football games. But it's my responsibility to make sure we have a complete evaluation of the roster, top to bottom, especially at the quarterback position moving on to next season. And with that, we're going to start Geno this week and give him an opportunity to show what he can do.
How about an evaluation of yourself? If you had any self-worth, you would quit and leave the team and take Jerry Reese with you. That's the evaluation. The evaluation of you didn't give him an offensive line. That's the evaluation. No offensive line, no running game, no receivers, nothing. You gave him nothing. The defense quit on him. There are 3-4 games they could have won. Defense quit on him. Defense couldn't make a play, couldn't make a stop. How about that? You're disgraced, Ben McAdoo, and I can't believe this is the New York Giants. For Mad Sports Radio, I'm Mike DeMurgis.